My pricing comes from a very, very thorough and in-depth knowledge of my market and who my competitors are. And the pricing just doesn't, come magically. I mean, we were talking about that live chat. I was explaining to you that I didn't know you could tap on it and see the item. For months, I would tell people, I don't know what item. So the guy hit me up one day a couple months ago and said, why is this item 40% cheaper than everybody else's? And of course, being Eric Goldstein, who I am, I replied to him, well, tell me which item it is. I'm happy to charge you 40% more. To which his response was goodbye. When I should have just said to him, well, I should have just given him a more scientific answer. And again, if I'd known that I could have tapped on that, I would have looked at the item and had a better answer for him. But the truth is that I have a lot of resources and a lot of friends in the beauty industry, and I work very, very closely with my supplier partners. I probably don't charge as much as I should, which is something that I think I need to address if we're all being honest with each other. But at the end of the day, I look at the market, I know who my competition is, I know who I am, I know where I want to be, and I know how to get there. And, unfortunately, selling barber supplies, one of the few ways you can get there is to have competitive low pricing. You can still make money and have low pricing, and we've talked about some of the ways how, and I suppose we'll address those in due time. But the short answer is that I keep my prices very sharp. I keep my level of service very, very high. There are going to be some slight price increases in 2021 because I haven't raised my prices in 2 or 3 years. But at the end of the day, if you ask any barber who does business with me in New England, the first thing that comes out of his mouth, his prices are on point, his level of knowledge of the industry, product knowledge, whatever you want to call it, the degree of service, he's always there, it's consistent. The other guy comes by, hands me his card, call me when you need stuff. Goldie's here every Tuesday at 10 o'clock, every Thursday at 3 o'clock. So I think that my combined 30 years experience is what ultimately goes into my pricing. And that's how my prices come to be as sharp as they are. There's a variety of factors. I don't just spit out the lowest price. But one of them is just fear. They're not going to buy from you if your prices aren't cheap. And once I developed a relationship and decided that they were, I started to price my things a little bit differently. If I'm being honest with you, I should address it, but I don't. I give the people the low pricing, and it's worked out pretty good so far. We're going to take a long look at the pricing between now and the end of the year and see where we're really at. And then sad news is there could be some slight price increases, but for the most part, my pricing is very sharp. The short answer is I know who my competition is, and I know where the best values in the internet are in barber supplies. And that's what you get when you come to my website is a great value, great service. So that's how my prices come to be.